So I have something that I wanted to share with you guys that God has been teaching me and working with me on. So when you grow up with like abandonment issues from your parents and you try to have a relationship with God, and not only the abandonment issues, but like things that you have been taught growing up in church, but it mostly comes back down to the abandonment issues. Like, well, if my own parents could abandon me or not put me first, like, why would God? Because we look at God like that father figure and we want to put him in that same box with our parents. But we have to remember that it's, God is much bigger than that. But either way, it's very hard to come to terms with being a child of God, actually feeling like God is your father. And whenever you sin or do things that you know that you shouldn't be doing, and you get that guilt and that condemnation, it's really easy to feel like God doesn't love me, or God's mad at me, or I have to do this or beg for his mercy and forgiveness, or I have to do whatever to make him, happy with me again. And those are lies straight from the devil. And that's something I've been dealing with for a long time. Feeling like every time I mess up, especially if it's like a habitual sin that I just can't seem to stop or whatever, something, I don't even know if it's a sin, but just something I feel like I shouldn't be doing. But either way, I just always feel like, God is mad at me or he's upset with me. And then in return, I hide myself from God. Just like they did in the garden. When they sinned, God didn't hide from them. They hid from God because of their own sin and guilt and condemnation. They felt like God was mad at them. But what did God do? He came looking for them. He made them clothes to cover themselves. Like, I feel like church and people and our own selves have just like this image of this like punishing God. And I grew up Catholic too, so that's, shame on you, just stuff like that, and that is so not how God is. There is nothing you can do that will make him love you any more or any less. And that is really hard to wrap our carnal minds around. But I'm getting to that. I'm getting there. Like, I'm actually feeling like a child of God. Like, no matter what I do, even if I went and somebody, God is still going to love me. Not that I'm going to, I would never do that. But if I did, he's still going to be there. And I need to stop allowing the devil or whoever, whatever, myself, whatever, to allow that sin to separate me from my loving Father. And I don't know, so I just wanted to share that with you guys because that is a hard thing to wrap our minds around. It really is. It was for me, and so I know it is for a lot of other people. So I hope this video blesses you, and I hope you have a great day. Jesus loves you, and so do I.